he utilizes the intellect and the abilities that he has to help mankind, then I think he would be a genius. So what are we going to go see today?
The Hall of Life, scientists, sports, and...
People used to believe genius was the rarest of gifts, but children like Philip could crop up anything. The danger is that the talents of these special kids often go unrecognized. Experts tell us that even children with learning disabilities may be hidden geniuses. If your child seems smarter or more talented than average, he or she should be tested. Who knows? You may be nurturing the next Einstein. When we return, an unexpected death splits a young family apart. Perhaps someone watching can bring them together again. Michelle Arkin was 16. She almost discovered the family secret. Her mother, Laverne, had to improvise in order to preserve it a while longer.
How'd it go? I didn't get the job. Personnel officer said that my birth certificate was phony.
Phony? What do you mean?
He said that it had been amended.
Oh, fixed what I mean. I don't know what they're talking about. There's nothing wrong with your birth certificate.
They just said that my birth certificate wasn't legal, that they had things on there that it shouldn't be, and I was very shocked. I mean, as far as I knew, that was my birth certificate. That was what I grew up with. That was correct.
Okay. Cheer up.
Laverne Neal had dreaded this moment for years. Michelle was not her biological child. To tell or not to, and if you tell, when? Like thousands of couples who adopt, Laverne Neal and her husband Wilbur confronted these difficult questions. There are no right or wrong answers. However, parents who decide against revealing the facts will almost certainly face years of fancy footwork to keep their secret secret.
Thank you for the perfume.
Laverne and Wilbur Neal will always remember the day in September of 1965. First set eyes on Michelle. The Neals had been married for 4 years. They were eager to start a family, but had been unsuccessful.
So if anybody can please find in their hearts to spare just to give it a couple dollars, please. Thank you, Lindsay.
Friends Ronnie and Juanita.
I really appreciate all of y'all that are in here typing the screen. Thank you. Honestly, y'all, I just don't even know. I'm gonna go on the food shelf here. I'm gonna try to find one that's open. It's not no guarantee if I'll be able to find any help at the food shelves, but if I can even find one.
Didn't hesitate. Didn't have no doubts. We just looked at each other and said, what do we know about raising a baby?
I got the comments off right now because people would rather come in here and, you know, judge somebody and talk shit about somebody than to actually honestly say something positive. So, God forbid for people to actually, you know, ask for help once in a while, but...
Michelle's birth mother. She wanted to see her baby.
Hopefully if somebody in here can help just in any way. Even a grocery pickup will be awesome.
If she wanted to keep her, even though it broke my heart, I knew, you know, I'd have no choice but to let her.
Patricia Bonner had been with her while she was pregnant with Michelle.
Now.
She already had 3 young children to raise by herself, so she had reluctantly given up Michelle for adoption.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not into this?
I'm not a fan of this lint roller, man, I tell you. See, next time I get a lint roller, y'all, I'm gonna buy one of those, the other ones that is like a wool one, it's like the red one. You gotta keep fucking taking tape off it, cause this one, it's pain in the butt.
Can I just hold her one more time, please? Of course.
I knew that lady had to be hurting bad, and I hurt for her because I knew I could feel how she was hurting.
There's a couple of other things, Pat. We'd like to draw up some papers to make the adoption legal.
That'll be no problem.
But when the Neals returned 2 weeks later, Patricia Bonner and her children were gone.
Could you go inside and get that bag, please?
The apartment was empty. She had moved, and she left no forwarding address. Nobody knew where she went.
The absence of
The same hell.
didn't prevent Michelle from enjoying a typical childhood. At the age of 5, she had a brother named Stephen, Neil's biological child. Michelle's background was never discussed.
Me and Laverne, we talked about it many times. Should we go ahead and tell her? We figured Michelle would feel like she was left out. She would be able to do not involved with us. And we just decided that it'd be better to wait till she was over.
The family secret was safe for a while. When Michelle began school, Neils had to submit a birth certificate. With the help of a relative in Kentucky, they obtained this listing themselves as Michelle's biological parents.
I guess I'm just good enough to just sit here and watch. There's over 200 people in here, but can't nobody even help with even just a single penny of a rose.
The answer was always no.
I guess I'm just good enough to sit here and make fun of it, to sit here and take what you're doing, what you're going through, and make fun of me to make you fucking feel better. I guess that's all I'm on here for.
And here, I was doing just the opposite. I thought I was teaching my children, and it really got it.
It became too heavy for Michelle's parents.
Yeah. Come in here, please.
Finally, they were ready to talk.
We have to talk.
I know, I'm late. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
No, it's not about that, Michelle. Sit down, please.
She said, I've heard from too many sources that I was adopted. And she said, you have to tell me the truth. And so I told her the truth that
You see, you are sort of adopted.
What do you mean, sort of adopted?
You remember Raleigh and Juanita? You remember us talking about them?
I felt that they had betrayed me only because they've always told me the truth when I've asked it.
Mom? Is this true?
It was always, bottom line, this is the way it is. And I just felt that they lied to me. That's why I was so upset.
And we didn't want to hurt you. We wanted to do what was right.
Oh, so you just let me live my entire life? I shouldn't lie. Don't touch me.
I moved out to got in a car with my girlfriend, which my girlfriend they could not stand, so maybe that was a little bit more of my rebellious act on my part, but eventually I came around. I came back to Mom and Dad.
Today, Michelle is herself a parent, the mother of a boy and a girl. With her parents' blessing, Michelle has begun to search for her birth mother and the 3 siblings she has never met.
Hi, is there a person who can drive me? No, how about a person? Can I just hold you one more I can understand what she did back then. I would just feel better just knowing where I came from, what my relatives, just simple basic questions that any person would have.
In a moment, we'll come back to Seattle to investigate the tragic murder of rock and roll singer Mia Zapata. 1991, the hottest spot in rock and roll has been Seattle, Washington. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains all came out of the local music scene. Many people thought the next breakthrough band would be the Gits, a punk rock group funded by Mina Zapata, a charismatic 27-year-old with tragic destiny.
Many shows where afterwards people didn't even know I was up on stage because their eyes were so transfixed on me.